Hello everyone, welcome back to SoggyBottom Homestead. I'm Dawn. Well, we're filming this at night in the dark. Joseph has went to bed, and so I'm filming this in my craft corner, so it may not have quite as much light. This is our first ornament in this series. We're going to try to do 5. We may get more than that, but our goal is 5 in this month, so we have 3 weeks left to go. So make sure you subscribe and ring the bell for upcoming videos. Now let's get to this project. Now we do have a fan going, and our extra air conditioner may kick on and off, so it's might be a little noisy at times. We are doing a heart ornament. Here it is. What we did is just put this on our scanner, printed out a copy, and then made it a 1/2 inch larger all the way around. Now you're going to take these with your pens, after you picked out what kind of fabric you would like, Christmas fabric, and cut that out. Other things you're going to need are something so that you don't touch the hot glue. Use either one of these tools. Also, for your batting, you need a piece of batting material or thick fleece. You could use big thick quilting batting, whatever you'd like. So I've just taken the heart, traced around with an ink pen, we cut it out. Those are what you need so far. You also need ribbons of different types, buttons, and anything you would like to decorate the front of your ornament. Now, to show you how we do the buttons, also it gives, you don't see all the little holes, as well as it gives you something for the hot glue to attach onto. That's one other thing. You'll need your scissors, pair of pliers, needle nose preferably, and your hot glue gun. And a needle for any corresponding embroidery floss. So here we go. Take a thread, go from the bottom, leave some hanging down, and just do your crisscross pattern. Now I'm using all 6 embroidery flosses, all 6 of them, just so that I get the thicker look and don't have to go in and out the holes many times. Then scissors, and then just tie this in the back a couple times, at least 2. And then you can do 2 things. You can either, this isn't one of the buttons we're going to use, I used pink so you guys could see it. Now you can leave this longer like so that when you glue it down, you've got embroidery floss sticking out, or you can cut it shorter like this so that it's not sticking out. You'll see what I mean as we go along. Now, we're going to get the hot glue gun. I'll show you what we do to get the batting on and the fabric. Now I did learn a couple things along the way in making this project. The soft batting on the front of the heart makes it easier to pull the fabric to the back and glue it, as well as I learned to curve the sides of the heart with the fabric as we're gluing it, and I will show you that also. So let's start here. Now there's a good side and a wrong side to the type of heart I'm using. This is smoother, it's the front. It's really rough and it's got a sharper edge as the back. The reason why I'm mentioning this is because you want to glue your batting to the front so that when you pull the fabric around, it just fits better. And all you're doing right now is just trying to get this just to stay. It had to be the whole heart. I just written glue. That's why we're on the surface that we're on, because it just peels right off. And I'll clean it later. There we go. See? Peels right off. That's why I like hot glue so well. Alright, now. Let's finish gluing. Now, there we go. It's glued on the top. This is the good side and the good side. Flip it over, like so. Now it's all going to depend on how big of a piece of fabric you use, because it's going to depend on how thick as in this way, your heart is, to how much fabric you need to pull over. So this is approximately 1/2 inch in some places. It fits this pattern. To keep ourselves from gluing to our project, tools to use. This is for the round looms that people make hats with. It's also another type of craft project. And then there's this tool that's really nice too. This way I don't glue myself to the heart. There's another glue stick. Now I'm going to scoot my chair over there so I'm closer. Okay, now start at the bottom of your heart. The reason why is because when you glue right here, that way when you pull this side, you can make it nice and straight. It's not loose on the front of the heart. And in this case, you don't glue on top, you're going to glue on the edge. As soon as I get my glue gun to work. Little bit of glue goes a long ways. And I kept myself from gluing to the fabric. Do the same thing on this side. Little bit of glue on the edge. Okay, and we're going to go all the way around and glue this. Now that we're getting on this curve, here's something that I've learned in this project. When you put your glue here, take your hand, start about here, come up, and you're going to curve your fingers up and around. So you're gathering this fabric on the back. That way, on the front side, it's nice and gathered. I'll show you what I mean. Let me show you. Now this one's got low and high. I'd recommend for those that don't use the glue gun a lot to use the low temp side. Start here where I didn't glue before. Little bit of glue, long ways. And do small sections. Do as much as you're comfortable with. Finger, here, bring it up and roll it. So, you're going to want to use your tool, flatten it out back here, so you're not gluing yourself to it. We're going to do this all the way around. Finger, take it, curve it. So, while it's still warm, you can mold it to the edge of your heart so it's nice and smooth. Let's go to the other side before we go to this middle here, and I'll show you why. Go to the store next time. For me, I will be buying me the longer glue sticks. Saves time. Take your finger here, your fabric, curve it over. Stop before you stick yourself, and then use your tool and then smooth it out. See? Keep going. See? Oh. See, and I just made it over. I got too much glue in one spot. That's alright. Here we go. Same thing. Take it. Smooth. Curl it. Before you stick yourself. So, shape your corner. It's important that you shape the curve. Excuse me, not the corner. We're doing curves, not corners. Shape your corner. Because if you don't, you'll have a little lumpy like fabric here. So by doing this, you've smashed the glue and shaped the corner. I know. I'm redoing it over and over again, but just stick with me, everyone. Okay. Now that we're here, we waited till last because there's a little place right here where we have to pull this one and then this one. So you're going to take your scissors, snip a little bitty tiny, just a little, so that it's separated. Okay, now glue. Can they see that? One side at a time. Finger. And shape it. So. do the other one. I would say as far as tricky parts, this would be the tricky part. Because of doing the split and pulling them separate. Do this other side. Okay. And mold it with your finger on the outside. Okay. Now, that's what we've done. And we ended up with no glue, hot glue, on the front side. That's awesome. Right, now let's let that dry just for a few seconds because we don't want to turn our project over onto whatever surface we're using. And guess what? It'll glue to it. I've done it before, I know. Okay, now that this is dried, turn this over. Now this is the back panel. We will put it on after we get it decorated. This one, this is our back. This will go on the back here. Just we'll hot glue it, of course. And then when we get this on, last step, then we glue this to it. So let's do the other parts first. Because we are working with teeny tiny buttons, pile of them, this is the most handy tool you can possibly have. Because instead of using fingers, you use this to hold on to your buttons. But let's go ahead and decorate or decide what buttons we would like where before we start gluing. And when you start gluing, don't put the glue on your project. Put the glue on your buttons. That way you have more control of where your buttons are going. Anyway, you kind of get the idea. I'm putting corresponding colors. And I think I will just do the ones in the center. Hair pliers, needle nose, what I prefer. Glue gun. Just a drop on the back of that embroidery floss that we have previously put on. Didn't glue. Same thing. Put over. And the other thing to look out for is not to glue your pliers to your button. So along the edge. The nice thing about these pliers is they have, and I recommend pliers, I don't know if you guys can see it, but they have grips. So they hold to the edge of the button really, really well. And I'm continuing to talk as we finish putting all of these buttons on. And you guys make sure you talk to me. Comment in the comment section, and don't forget to like this video. We had to readjust, my battery went out. I'm back. Let's do one more button. Then we'll put the back on. Now let's put the back. And by doing the back, the last thing, it hides all of this fabric that we folded. Right. Go ahead. That didn't stick the way I wanted it to. Here. Will in just a second though. Okay. And turn around. Sorry, I gotta make sure. On correctly. There's the center. And now we're just going to go around and glue the edges. Just basically like we did the fuzzy part, the felt, or the fabric, quilting fabric, whatever you would like to use. I had to pick it up, guys. This one, I had some glue out everywhere. Okay, almost done. The back's almost on. And now what we did is we covered up. Okay. Okay. There's that. And let's do this one. And this is big enough. I don't need my just a tiny drop. And again, put the glue on the whatever you're decorating. Don't put it on the project because you have more control. Alright guys, there it is. Here are the other ones. And I cannot tell you that I have a favorite, actually. I like them all. So we have 5. We have 5 people in our family. That's how we're going to do most of these ornaments, is we'll do them in sets of 5. That's the plan. Thank you for stopping by and watching this video. This is our first ornament in this series, Christmas in July. Don't forget to subscribe, ring the bell, like, and comment. Got any questions? Please ask. Also, you can send me an email. It's SoggyBottomHomestead@gmail.com. It's also in the description box below. God bless and stay safe.